ReeferGil here. I'll be doing an unboxing of Blue Zoo Aquatics fish that I ordered from them a couple days ago. The order arrived today. The only other company I used for livestock was Reefs to Go, and that was for my cleanup crew, and I ended up being pretty happy with them. So I'm going to go ahead and do an unboxing with the Blue Zoo Aquatics. I know a lot of you recommended these guys. So far so good. The prices were right for the fish in comparison to the other vendors that are out there online. So I'll go ahead and do the unboxing and see what we have. A couple of heat packs up here. Looks like some airline tube, maybe some free food. Some of their Blue Zoo food that I've purchased. Let's see what we got here. Oh no, this guy's not gonna make it, but he's already upside down. The Melanurus Wrasse. Water's pretty cold. So I'm going to throw him in right now, but I don't think he's going to make it. Next thing we have, oh cool, got my little clown. Should have two of them. Got the black and white Solaris clowns, tank raised. Anyways, there they are. Put them in the quarantine tank. Then it looks like the Starry Blenny. And the spotted tail Blenny. This guy. And I purchased a pistol shrimp because the other one I bought, I can't find it. He's not in the tank. I haven't seen him for about 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and acclimate these guys and then put the fish into the quarantine tank. Like I said, that Wrasse doesn't look like it's going to make it. So I got to call Blue Zoo and see what their policy is about dead fish on arrival. So I called Blue Zoo, told them that the Wrasse was swimming upside down and didn't look too good. And the response was that it's common for wrasses to do that in transportation. They'll swim upside down, they'll contort their body into like a little C or U shape and lay down at the bottom of the bag and stuff like that, and once acclimated to the water they should spring back up. So let's see what happens with them. Here's my 10-gallon quarantine tank. Out of the fish that I've received from Blue Zoo, I placed the two clowns and the Wrasse down there into the quarantine tank and placed the Blennies into the display tank. The reason I did that was because when I called Blue Zoo, they told me that the Blennies are pretty resilient to any kind of ick or typical type of fish disease that these guys get while in transportation. When stressed, they lose their coating, and that makes them susceptible to parasites like ick and stuff, and I guess the Blennies aren't as susceptible as these guys. So anyways, here's the quarantine tank, non-medicated, and the 3 fish I'll have in there for 2 weeks. I'll be monitoring them, ensuring that they develop no signs of parasites or sicknesses, and then treat accordingly. I will have a video coming out. I'm going to do it as best as I can regarding the most common types of parasites that these fish can get, most common types of illnesses, and the steps on how to treat those illnesses. So I'll be doing a video on that, so stay tuned for that. And let's go over to the display tank and check out those guys. Alright, so here's my display tank. Do a little update on it. I have added additional corals since the last time I did a video. I just want to add a little disclaimer here. When you're starting to add corals to a newly established tank, it's advisable that you only do a couple at a time and wait for a couple of weeks and then add additional corals, and just do a couple at a time. So that is my disclaimer to you guys. I did not necessarily follow that rule. I've added quite a bit of corals in the last 3 weeks, and I justified that because most of these guys are just frags, so there's no clarification on what size corals you add when you have the rule of thumb of just 2 every couple of weeks or so. So I justified it by saying, well, these are just little guys or corals, are not going to consume as much calcium and nutrients or disturb the water parameters as much as two large full-grown corals. So that is my disclaimer, and I'll go ahead and show you guys what I got. Here's some organ pipes that I purchased. They're actually look brown with white tips, and they're kind of flowery looking. Pretty cool. I purchased this akin mushroom colony here. I received that's going to be was spotted tail Blenny there, and then I have the yellow watchman that's paired up with the pistol shrimp that's in there now, and I also have a Starry Blenny. Here's my favorite coral of all, is this rose bubble here. So rose bubble anemone, I'm hoping that the clowns I have in the quarantine tank will host it. When you first get an anemone, it's advisable to shut off your pumps so that there's very little water movement in here. Set the anemone down in the area of the tank that you hope that he'll establish himself at, and let him put his footing down and get attached to a rock. He attached himself to this rock originally, then he moved back here, then when I woke up in the morning he was over here, and now he's been over here for the last week or so, and he's kind of settled down right there, right underneath the light and right below the pump. They like a lot of circulation and light, so hopefully he'll stay there. The reason it's a pain in the butt is because every time he moved he was touching one of the other corals and stinging it, so I'd have to move that coral out of its way. So you really have to set up the tank based on where that anemone is going to end up establishing. The rock work has been redone because I was trying to catch those 2 damsels using traps and whatnot, and it was not working. Those damsels would run and hide in between the rocks. So I had to take out the majority of my rocks, but I ended up getting those 2 damsels out with my wife's help and returning the damsels to the fish store. As a result, my rock work is a little bit different. I actually like it better. I was able to make more shelving area up on top here, and I have a lot more room to put corals in now. But those damsels are out. What was happening is the damsels were attacking the Starry Blenny fish, and the Blenny fish was holding its ground and not moving, and he was getting bit, and he would fight back, but he was getting attacked by both of them. So at that point there is when I decided to remove the rocks and get the damsels out. Here's my look at my clam here. I'm not sure if I got ripped off on this guy or what. I keep pouring sand into its mouth, and I check on him daily, and I cannot get him to produce a pearl. So if you guys know how to get this guy to produce a pearl, please let me know. Christmas is around the corner. I like to have something nice for my wife, something that I've grown in the tank. Oh yeah, I also have another Montipora that I stuck up here, and I'll give shots out to the individuals who suggested the magnet frag to place against the glass and use to support these Montiporas. I have one there, and then the red cap Monty's back there. And then I do have sad news here. Here's my brain, or what's left of them. I don't know what happened. I don't have bristleworms, or none that I've seen. Definitely none that I've seen crawling on him. What I have seen crawling on him have been my crabs, the hermit crabs. I haven't actually seen them pull on his flesh, but from what it looks like, that's exactly what's been happening. Is the flesh has been pulled back, and it's ripped his mouth. So I'm gonna get him out. I don't think he's gonna survive. It's too bad, because when I purchased him, he looked really healthy. And I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what I did wrong here, but maybe somebody could help me out. I have red hermit crabs, blue hermit crabs that are in the tank. I do feed them pellets as they're eating right now, and I don't know what's up with that. So let me know if you guys have any suggestions on how to better care for these open brains, because I do plan on getting another one. Do not pour sand down the mouth of your clam. Okay? Don't do that. Here's what I plan to feed the corals that are in my tank. Some Phyto Feast, Oyster Feast, and Reef Chili. For the Phyto Feast and Oyster Feast, I was told to place that in the circulation pump and just let it circulate through the tank and allow the SPSs to reach out and grab it at night when the lights go off. And then the Reef Chili is more of a target feeding. So let me know what you guys are using, what works best for you guys, and let me know if I'm on the right path here as far as coral food goes. Alright, that'll do it for this video. I do have additional videos coming out on additional updates to the system and additional educational videos. As always, if you have any recommendations or suggestions, please leave them down below in the comments section. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care.